Welcome back to the Naval News. Today we're going to talk about a lot of little stories that are going on around the globe. Here you can see the approximate position of our fleets deployed right now. You got the Tripoli, Ronald Reagan, and the USS America all over there on the Pacific Rim side. George H.W. Bush continues her patrol in the Med. Kearsarge keeps bouncing in and out of the Baltic Sea there and up and around the Norwegian Sea. Gerald R. Ford is part of our story today, big milestone for them. And the USS Abraham Lincoln is operating off the west coast of the United States. So our first big story comes at us from H.I. Sutton. And if you don't follow him on Twitter, you should. And check out his website, Covert Shores. He has a lot of really good stuff there. So it would appear that Utiloi Marshal Levchenko is transiting change of base, primary base, from the Northern Fleet to the Pacific Fleet. At first, this looked like a reinforcement of the Pacific Fleet, but looking back at the records of this ship, she was due for modernization since 2018, and that modernization hasn't happened yet, so it looks like she's going to go to the Pacific Fleet and get the Shapanirikov upgrade, and that takes about 2 years. So we think she's going to go into dry dock in the Pacific for about 2 years, come out in 2024, 2025, with a whole new set of capabilities. So this is not a Pacific Fleet reinforcement. This is simply a change of home port and with modernization coming up. So good stuff. All right. Also, the USS Coopertown LCS-23 was commissioned this week. She brings two 30mm cannons to the fight with a 37mm cannon on the bow, 50 very angry sailors, and a bunch of 50 caliber guns and a small rib boat. This is essentially a gunboat, littoral combat ship, can go in excess of 40 knots and brings a rainbow with her to the fight. But let's talk about warships. The USS Gerald R. Ford, after 10 months of at-sea trials and bouncing in and out of scheduled maintenance availability, she is finally fully capable for deployment officially. All the paperwork has been done. All the at-sea trials have been checked and fixed and rechecked. She is now a completely 100% operational and massive aircraft carrier being added to the fleet. So, hey, congratulations on getting it done. I've criticized this ship for its cost and its delays for years, but that's behind us now. This $13 billion vessel is operational and serving the United States Navy. So well done for fighting through years and years of delays and problems and getting her working properly. Well done to everybody involved. That's hundreds of thousands of people. Hundreds and thousands, not of thousands. All right. So there's a live fire exercise going on. USS Mobile's shooting her Sea Ram here. Look at that. Yeah, a couple shots, live fire, shooting down probably a test drone or something. This is commonly called Seabro among the E4 Mafia, but its official name is Sea Ram. It looks like R2-D2 had an erection. That's why we call it Seabro. And whenever you say Seabro, you got to say Seabro, real deep voice. Anyway, USS Mobile's out there doing some live firing, exercising the systems. This is also a littoral combat ship, but if you look at the shape, you'll see it's a different hull type than the one we just looked at, USS Cooperstown. Well, that's because this is the Independence class, and this one's been deployed in the Pacific for years. Tested, proven, operational. Still limited in capability, in my opinion, but we have them and they work. So there you go. And then finally, the Atlantic was this Thunder 2022 was taking place off the East Coast over the past couple weeks. This is the one where Queen Elizabeth came and operated with the United States Navy. They even did a SYNC-X of Oliver Hazard Perry class frigate. You can see here. That is actually a bomb and not a cruise missile hitting it there. They use the quick sink to finish her off. And that is an airdrop bomb, not that, that's a harpoon. You'll see harpoon damage here in just a second. Look at those holes. That's what harpoons do. That's a bomb. And just broke her back. Anyway, so that was Atlantic Thunder 2022. Good to see us and the Royal Navy working together again. We're always doing that, but we continue to practice those skills. Royal Navy, United States Navy, working together. All right, we're going to wrap up right here with this story, going back to the LHD-6 fire that happened well over a year ago now. The accused standing trial. The trial is expected to be finished this week. But some bombshell testimony came out of the trial, previously, undisclosed evidence to the public, where a prosecution witness, so that's for the prosecution against the defendant, said that the defendant said verbally while on transit from NCIS to the Brig in Coronado, he said, "I'm guilty. I guess I did it. It had to be done." That's a self-incriminating statement. And if the witness is deemed to be trustworthy, and this is an actual, thing that he said, and it ends up being true, not just him being sarcastic or saying something out of frustration, well, then the verdict is probably going to be, him being guilty. But we're not going to jump the gun here. The verdict will come out very soon. We will do a video on this trial, kind of wrap up the whole thing and see where that ends us. So we're not going to speculate any further than this, but this testimony that was made public is pretty damning, and it's pretty telling. But again, we don't know the credibility of this witness, and there's a lot of things that we still don't know. We do know, just to try and get both sides here, the witness does have an alibi. So if his alibi is credible, then that doesn't check with the statement. And that's up to the court to figure out. We should have that verdict early next week. So we will follow up on that then. All right, so this has been Naval News. I'll leave you with the map of our fleets around the world. Great job to all the officers and sailors and crews out there and the support teams that go with them. There's a lot of, auxiliary ships that go along with our fleets, full of civilians supporting the United States Navy. So well done to everyone. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.